Okay, welcome back. I'm Red, and today I'm going to be reading some r/Tales from the Front Desk. Because who doesn't love a good story of crazy hotel people? Okay, here we go! Refused service when my sketch meter went off the charts. It's a quiet evening in my mid-level hotel. I have about a dozen arrivals left and everyone seems peachy. I was doing some training in the back office when I saw a woman, crazy lady, burst into the lobby and rush to the desk. I stepped out and greeted her. She immediately began with what can only be described as diarrhea of the mouth.
I have a reservation for tonight, but my wallet got stolen. Actually, I had my ID cards in my boyfriend's wallet, but he up and left me this morning with nothing. Can you believe it? I woke up and he was gone, and so was my stuff. I'm trying to get from Alabama to Arizona, and I have no ID and no cards. I called to get a new ID sent to me, and they gave me a paper copy of my ID, and they said they're mailing me a new one. I asked my friend if she could overnight the ID to me when I'm in Oklahoma or something, so that way I have ID.
I blankly stare as I try and comprehend the soliloquy. What do you have as far as ID? Crazy lady shows me a printout of an out-of-state ID, not a driver's license.
See, this is what they sent me. It's all I've got.
Okay, our hotel does require a credit or debit card to be authorized for $100 for incidentals.
I have cash. Will you take cash?
Unfortunately not. A credit or debit card is required to check in.
I have a prepaid card.
A credit or debit card from a major bank is required. The hotel doesn't accept prepaid cards.
I have a photocopy of my debit card. I had to copy my debit card for DoorDash, so I just happen to have it.
I will need to physically capture the card on the reader.
I'm gonna have to figure out something.
She leaves and returns like 5 minutes later.
I have my other debit card, see? It has my name on it and everything. I just don't have any money on it. I'm gonna figure out how to put money on it. I'll be back!
She rushes out. I'm left feeling a little dazed. I pull up the reservation and see she's booked and paid through a third party. I log into the portal and contact the guest because no way am I going to check her in when I strongly suspect things will go south and she'll have to be evicted by the cops. I tell her that after further review of the hotel's ID policy, I'm unable to honor her reservation, but I will contact the third party so they can refund or relocate her. She doesn't say much and hangs up. I call the AGM and let him know what I did. He was totally cool and said he'd rather me turn her away than become a big thing he had to deal with. I contact the third party and tell them the hotel is refusing service due to lack of proper ID and an incidental payment. Third party says they'll take it from there and I'm back to enjoying my quiet night. Yeah, I think you dodged a bullet with that lady there. Alright, here's another story. Tell someone you can't order their reservation, they pee right outside the front door. So, this story begins on Friday. I had a reservation come through at the end of my shift at 10:50 p.m. Guest gets dropped off on the wrong side of the road, gets out and walks to the front door. The whole time I was shocked AF and was expecting her to come in and say something about it, but after meeting her, I'm assuming that it was on purpose. How can I help you?
Checking in.
Cool, I just need to see credit card and ID. She hands me her ID really fast. And a card for the incidentals? She rummages through her bag for 5 minutes, looking for the card. Why do all sketchy people do this? We both know that no credit card is in there. What is up with this charade? Am I supposed to take pity on you that somehow you lost your credit card and let you into the hotel for free?
I can't find it anywhere. Do you take Apple Pay?
Sorry, I need the physical card here.
But I know the exact numbers and everything.
Okay, well I still need the card present.
Well, I guess I will go back to my apartment and get it.
She hits me with puppy dog eyes. Okay, sounds good. We'll see you later. She walks away and I go back to finishing up my day as well as shift change so I can go home. Right before I clock out, I of course see her walk back in the door. Hello.
Yeah, I want to speak to your supervisor.
Ma'am, it's 11 p.m. at night. There is no supervisor here to talk to.
Well, I want to talk to who's ever in charge, because it's BS that I can't clock in when I know the numbers on my card.
I'm sorry, I cannot help you unless you have the card present. This is policy. She flips me off and walks away. I clock out and go home, forgetting about this dumb dromedary. Well, apparently, she finally went back to her apartment to get her credit card, and the night audit let her check in, even though she saw her flip me off and get all hostile when I told her I couldn't check her in without a card. She somehow ruined one of our duvet covers and a glass. She filled the glass up with cheese whiz and smeared it on the bed somehow. Crackhead stuff, I guess. Well, we thought we were rid of her, but apparently she booked again. I made sure to leave notes about how pleasant this guest was in her guest history, and the night auditor this time didn't let her check in. These are the notes from the auditor. After reading last reservation notes and the response, I decided not to honor the reservation. She came to the door in sweatpants, no shoes and no mask. I informed her that we would not be honoring the reservation due to issues last time she stayed and would need to contact them for a refund. She became argumentative and proceeded to video me, claiming I was refusing her a room for no reason. Her dad's a judge and will ruin my life, and she has a right to express her opinion, flipping off people. She then went to her car, stopped at the entrance, got out, and peed in front of the lobby doors at 11:28 p.m. All I can say is, wow, I bet she makes her parents proud, and I hope she got her socks wet. Holy God. What? You guys get some crazy people at hotels, hey? Yep.
Okay, here is our next story. We are sold out. The best lie to deter weirdos from checking in. I think only once or twice I've had my bluff called by a guest booking online or looking it up online. So, about 10:30 p.m, 2 cars pull in one after another. The first car backs into a spot, took like 5 tries. The other car tries to back into a space but can't, so a guy emerges from the first vehicle and gets into the second vehicle to now back in that car. I kid you not, I watched this dude take 10 minutes to park this vehicle. Finally, he succeeded. And they're now sitting in the first parked car for some reason. Then a crappier car drives into our parking garage, parks upstairs, then cruises to park downstairs, driving the whole time with his lights off. He gets out and comes towards the front door that is locked to non-guests. He looks in the glass with this dumb look on his face, and I say, "I can't let you in if you don't have a mask." He pulls one out of his pocket and points to it, but doesn't put it on. I think he's brain dead. He walks from the steps to the sidewalk and another woman appears, looking like a straight psycho. She's yelling, or what looks like yelling, I can't really hear, all the way to this dude's car. Then I watch her on the camera, still yelling, then she heads towards the door. Now, the 2 people earlier emerge from their cars as the dude that had his lights off drives off. They get to the door. "Do you have any rooms?" "Sorry, we're sold out." Everyone got back in their cars and drove off. The end. People are weird, man. People are super weird.
I hope you guys enjoyed those r/tales from the front desk, read by me, Red. Please give the video a like if you did, and even if you didn't. And don't forget to subscribe as well, because I make videos every day and you know you want to be reminded of that. Thanks so much for watching today, guys. Bye-bye.